I know you said we have to start now. Good afternoon to each of you. We want to get started. My name is Cherelle Parker. I am councilwoman for the 9th Councilmember District. I want to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. We quickly just want to give some context to how this all began when we started the planning process to complete the 9th District Neighborhood Commercial Corridor Plan. Through this process, my office had the opportunity to work with WRT and RES to survey our business corridors, assess our housing stock, and meet with the people who live and work in the district to devise what we call a real investment program. Over the course of 18 months, we held dozens of community engagement events and district tours. We worked with Little Giant Media to facilitate a think tank and to directly engage with our constituents. And as a result of this, we're happy to announce today that the 9th District Commercial Corridor Plan is complete and is being released to the public. As we toured our corridors and met with business owners, we consistently heard concerns about lighting, safety, and cleanliness as major challenges. We began to take action, and we developed a plan. We began working with the streets department. Thank you, Commish. We couldn't have done it without you. To start by replacing all of the yellow lighting with new LED lighting on all of our business corridors. That work is complete, and now we're working to address lighting on streets that are adjacent to our corridors. We also began working with the Office of Information Technology, our local police districts, and the Commerce Department, and they've been awesome, and we'll hear about them in a second, to increase the number of cameras on business districts, to increase safety and coverage. To date, we have installed over 20 cameras on our business corridors, offering residents and businesses a better sense of safety. Now, finally, when we started talking about the fundamental need for cleanliness, that is where the concept for the 9th District Business Corridor Cleaning Program came from. We launched this summer, and I am so excited to see these neon green shirts here today and want to thank each of you. Pastor Waller, the E9 Cultus CDC team, Rhonda Anderson, Cecily Peterson Magnum, Nate Carr, Dolores Robinson Smith, Oxford Circle Christian Development Association, Pearl Wang, Andrea Hodge, Einstein Healthcare Network. I saw Bill Ryan somewhere. He was here. Bill Ryan, Leroy Howe. LaSalle University, Brandon Vaughn, Joe Mead, and Jovan Goldstein, and Block. We have several people that we have to thank because you can't do something of this magnitude alone. Commerce Department, and where y'all? I drove y'all up a wall. I know I did. Karen Fegley, Yvonne Boyd, Celine Wilson, Michelle Price, Gianna Lawrence, Dennis Murphy, Dwayne Bum, Maxine Ferguson, Nazareth Sabri, Hasna, and I'm going to chop this up, Achik, and Justine Bokus. Streets Department, Commissioner Williams, Deputy Commissioner Rich Montanez, Deputy Commissioner Keith Warren, Christine Del Rossi, Mike Faulkner, and Farouk Scott. Police Department, Captain Ransom, 35th, Captain Smith, 14th, and Captain McLean from the 2nd, although he has since moved on. Inspector Buford from the Northwest and Inspector Fleming from the Northeast. From our Office of Information and Technology, Nate Thomas, Sherry Leak, Bonnie Lynch, and Audrey Powell Kinsey. We also have to recognize Stephanie Michelle from the North 5th Street Project. She is leading the charge with our office to improve Broad Nowney and is currently hiring a commercial corridor manager. Ernest Saxton, Tayyib Smith, partner and think tank leader with Little Giant Creative. I thank you, my friend. Shalimar Thomas, North Broad Street Renaissance. You're doing the work, and we appreciate you. Beth McConnell, PACDC. I'll go to war with you on my side any day. Ethan Connor from eConsult. Donovan West and Steve Bradley from the African American Chamber of Commerce. Your testimony was awesome. Alex Balloon, Charlene Samuels, Pastor Harold Jolly, Sandra Brodus, Palin Chen, Finance, Rob DeBoe, Finance, Maribel Rosado, Ian Haggerty, Wendy Green Harvey from SEPTA, and Minerva Bayes from Rep. Solomon's office. Special recognition to Miss Renee Chambers. I was shocked when I walked in. And I looked, actually I came over here and I'm talking and I didn't see it. And then I looked and I said, oh, it's beautiful. She is a local resident who designed the Broad and Olney banners. Trina Worrell, Benjamin, and the staff who are doing a great job. And we must also thank State Senator Art Hayward, who stepped up to the plate from a funding perspective to help us. We would not be here without you. I want you to know that as we work to build out PHL taking care of business and move it across the city, we cannot do so without the help of our District Council 33. If this works the way we envision it, and as we begin planning the details, District Council 33 will be at the table with us to design how this will work citywide. And if we do it right, you may start in the capacity that you're in now, part-time work, $15 an hour for 25 hours a week. But if we do it right, we want you taking that civil service exam, and one day we want you to become members of District Council 33. If we do it right, that is how this should work. It is with this in mind that I want to introduce our mayor, Jim Kenney. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Councilmember Parker, and thank you all for being here today. We really do appreciate your attendance and support, and we're really excited to be here to support Philadelphia's new citywide commercial corridor cleaning program, PHL Taking Care of Business, as proposed by Councilmember Parker. Councilmember Parker has shown great leadership on prioritizing our neighborhood corridors for revitalization, including improvements that will be coming to Broad and Olney, and I went to LaSalle, so I'm pretty familiar with that intersection. Reducing blight and litter on sidewalks and commercial corridors all over Philadelphia is something that many residents have expressed as important to improving the quality of life in our neighborhoods. This new program builds on the Commerce Department's corridor cleaning program and a targeted program that has made a significant impact on the cleanliness, beautification, and safety of the 9th Council District. This new investment will have big impact on neighborhoods all across our city and provide businesses and neighborhoods beyond Center City with the resources they need to succeed and to thrive. Reducing blight and litter not only makes our city more beautiful, but it helps small businesses, especially minority and women-owned businesses, attract shoppers and employees. When small businesses succeed, our economy grows stronger. It's important to our administration that our city's workforce, including contractors, reflect the people that we serve. It's exciting that this program will prioritize contracting with diverse businesses and provide our small businesses with the opportunity to grow in Philadelphia. Residents will also greatly benefit from this program, which will bring more quality jobs and training opportunities to our communities. We are committed to building a strong workforce and job market that will, in turn, help us to tackle poverty and crime and ensure inclusive growth across the entire city. This program is a win for our neighborhoods, our small businesses, and our residents. So I want to thank Councilman Parker and the other members of council who continues to show up every day and do the work for their constituents and our city. I look forward to seeing the transformation of our commercial corridors through this program, and I think this is really a great step in getting our city cleaned up the way we want it to be cleaned up. The one thing I would just say to people, not anybody in this room, because I'm preaching as Pastor Weil would be preaching to the choir, we have to get in people's heads that you can't just throw your stuff in the street. You can't just stand at a bus stop and dump empty out your pocketbook or your pockets, or throw your stuff out your car window, or leave it in the parking lot when you empty out your ashtray in your car. All that stuff is just disrespectful to all of us in the neighborhood. And we have to get back to where, when we were kids, where your mom would grab you by the ear if she saw you throw something in the street. That doesn't happen now, sadly, but we really got to figure out a way in our education system in our schools to get our kids to understand that throwing stuff in your own neighborhood is disrespecting your own neighborhood, and we have to get that message out. So we'll hopefully take care of the mechanical cleaning and the street cleaning, and then we have to have an education process or education program to make our kids and young people and adults understand that this is not something we can sustain if they keep on throwing their trash in the street. So thanks you all for being here.
The next speaker's next. For those of you who don't know, when you look at the Broad and Olney commercial corridor, Broad and Olney actually has 2 council members. Cherelle Parker's on one side of the street and Councilwoman Cindy Bass is on the other. And as we work on this project and moving forward, we will work together because our districts are contiguous. And with that in mind, we're going to hear from Councilwoman Cindy Bass, and after her, Pastor Waller from E9. Thank you for being here, Council Lady.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I was just sitting next to Pastor Waller, my pastor, and I just, as I was listening to the comments, I glanced out the window and I saw something move, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's the Ferris wheel. And, you're not used to seeing, anything move outside of these windows, but it just goes to show you things are changing in the city. Things are happening. Things are getting better. And so I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited about this program because there are so many commercial corridors, not just in the 8th District, but throughout the city of Philadelphia that really need attention. We work hand in hand with the Streets Department, with the Commerce Department. We're always working, talking, trying to figure out what can we do, how can we do it, how can we make it better. And so I'm just really appreciative. I want to thank all of the members of council, and especially, obviously, Councilwoman Parker for this great idea, this fantastic concept. And as we work to clean up our corridors, clean up our neighborhoods, it's just so important. No one wants to step out of their car or step off of a bus and go shopping, and the first thing you do is step into trash. So this is important. This is going to boost the economy in our neighborhoods. This is going to support local businesses, and this is going to be good for all residents and all businesses in the city of Philadelphia. So again, I just want to give a round of applause and thanks to the sponsor and to everyone who is supportive, and of course the administration and Mayor Kinney. Thank you so much.
My name is Alan Waller, and I'm the senior pastor of the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, and we're honored to be a church that is one church in 2 locations, and those 2 locations happen to be in the 8th and the 9th Councilmanic District. And so we're also grateful to the leadership of Councilwoman Parker and Councilwoman Bass, because this really is an initiative that's about our children. It matters what type of street a child walks down. It matters what the context is for children as they walk through the streets, as they play. Having clean streets, having a city and partnership in a public-private way that says we care about our context sends a real message to our children and sends a real message to those who will come into our community. And so I am grateful as a pastor of Enon, but also I give leadership to the Enon Culture Development Corporation, which is a conduit for this to take place. We recognize that not one entity is the answer, but partnership is what is going to pull all of this through. So we look forward to persons getting the opportunity to work, and in working, getting the opportunity to serve, and in serving, making Philadelphia truly live up to what its name means, city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. So I'm grateful to our leadership, I'm grateful to the fellowship, and I'm grateful to be a part of the team that's going to make this a better city. Thank you.
And of course, the impact that it'll have on the business community is also very important. She came to testify during our hearing and organized on Stanton Avenue like we've never seen before. We're going to hear from Crystal Brown from Gilpin's Bakery, and then Chrissy Wooten, a TWB employee. So we'll hear from you first, Crystal.
First of all, I would like to thank Cherelle Parker as well as Mayor Kinney because of the fact that you saw that we needed something, a cleanup in Philadelphia, and especially along the commercial corridor. Ever since we've had this summer, it's been amazing. When Mayor Kinney was talking about people having respect for the city and not throwing trash on the ground, it has done just that. It is now clean on Stanton Avenue. You do not see trash on the ground, which allows me to know that people are starting to know where they are supposed to dispose of their trash. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. But one thing that I do know for sure, we've had the opportunity to actually have it in our commercial corridor, and I'm so glad that bill was passed because they need it in every commercial corridor. And I just would like to, again, say thank you, Cherelle Parker.
Chrissy.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chrissy Wooten, and I am a lifelong member of North Philadelphia. I am truly honored and humbled to be here to experience this with you. Thank you. I am currently employed as a supervisor of cleaning services for TWB cleaning contractors. I began as a cleaning tech with TWB under the 9th District Business Corridor Cleaning Program in August of this year. This program gave me the chance I needed to display my strong work ethic and leadership skills. Excuse me. Whew. After just two months with TWB, I was promoted to supervisor of our commercial building cleaning unit, and boy, do I love my job. Yes, I'm sorry. All right, and our leader, Ms. Trina, has provided with us a pathway to promote and to learn the new skills. And it all started with a cleaning job during the business corridor, where I shop at as a resident daily. I have become a better woman and a better mother to my 7-year-old son. This opportunity has instilled in me a greater sense of gratitude, appreciation, and pride. My teammates and I are very efficient and dedicated to cleaning and maintaining the beautification of the neighborhoods we live in and love so much. Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you, Cherelle Parker. Thank you. And Ms. Trina for a pathway to provide for my family and the chance to build a better life for myself. There is no money like earned money. Thank you.
President, where she live at? She better not live in my district. Talk about she get ready to run anytime soon. Move in the room like that. Listen, we are honored now because the work that we did in trying to move this citywide could not have been done without the leadership of our leader here in the City Council of Philadelphia, and that's none other than our Council President, Darrell Clark. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. It seems like it's always a good day when we're in this room, right? Let's talk about good stuff. So Council Lady and Council Lady, friends, all of the people that work very hard, and more importantly, you all, I just want to say how proud I am that you all are making us look good, all right? Because I've heard people talk about the yellow sweatsuits. Yeah, I see those people. I got a relative that lives up there, right? See, yeah, I see him over there, She asked me about it. I don't know, right? I'm from North Philly, right? I don't get up to that part, right? So I called the councilwoman, and she told me about this awesome program that she had going. And she talked about the need to make sure that on a citywide basis that this was giving people hope and giving people opportunity. And it's important for us in government to make sure that people have opportunity, right? Because in all due respect to some of us who think that we're all that, the simple reality is sometimes we just need to get out of the way, right? Give people an opportunity. People will grow into that opportunity. People will take advantage of that opportunity. And the councilwoman and all the members of colleagues and the mayor and their willingness, I see the Commerce Director here, the willingness, Streets Commission, their willingness to work together on this very, very critical issue to provide early opportunity for individuals, right, is so important. It's so important. So I just want to say to everybody here, this is what it's about. We need to spend so much more money on these type of initiatives, spend the money on the front side, something that we always encourage. So to the councilwoman, all of you all, the individuals that put forth this program, I just want to thank you and commend you so much for all your awesome, awesome work. And next time, I guess next year, when we are in the budget process and we trying to get more money for the following fiscal years, I can say this, right? Right, for the following fiscal years, then we may need you all to come down with the yellow sweatshirts on and support us for trying to get some additional dollars so we can continue to expand this program. So kudos to you all. Congratulations. Thank you all so much. Look forward to being a part of it.
He's always so humble. He'll tell you nothing moves in this place without him. We're now going to hear from Sandra Brodus, who's a community member. Then we'll hear from Bill Ryan, Einstein Healthcare Network. You've been awesome partners. We couldn't have done this without you. But Sandra Brodus, you heard me mention and introduce the designer of the banner and of our new brand. I wouldn't have been connected to that designer had it not been for Sandra Brodus. So give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am so proud to be here on behalf of a concerned community association. We're one of the registered community organizations, and we represent a little bit of Logan, a little bit of Fern Rock, but we largely represent what we call the Ogons area in Lower West Oak Lane. And this community, if you know anything about how the communities came about, this community began to evolve as many folks started moving into the community as they did blockbusting years ago. In the early 50s, proud homeowners that came into the community. We just celebrated a big day in Kimball Park, but one of the anchors, the reasons that made us so proud to move into those homes in the West Oak Lane area was the Broad-Nolly corridor. And it was a thriving business district. We had candy stores and fish markets and dress shops and lingerie stores. And we could walk to those stores. We walked to school, and we had some of the best schools in Philadelphia. And so now, generations later, I'm one of the baby boomers that came out of that generation, but my grown children, the millennials, and even now coming up Generation X, I believe, we're now the homeowners in those homes. But aging in place are the seniors from years ago who bought those homes, who stood proud to have made that giant step, and they're looking at Broad Street and they're saying, what happened? What's going on? Why? Who's allowing this to happen? What happened to our community? So they were just wondering, who's going to step up? Who's going to look out for us? Who's going to help restore our neighborhood back to the place that made us proud and made us want to live there? And the answer was Cherelle Parker with her 9th District Corridor Plan. It absolutely has given us hope. The neighbors saw these green shirts going around cleaning in their neighborhood, and they started sending me pictures. They're cleaning up on Broad Street. Do you believe it? And I even sent a picture to the councilwoman. I said, guess what? You just got caught doing something good, because that's what they used to say at my granddaughter's school. You got caught doing good. And because the neighbors are noticing, and they're feeling like something's happening. Somebody's paying attention. Somebody is actually going to make the Broad-Nolly corridor a priority, and that means that there's hope for our community. We won't mention that we just got Ogons Avenue repaved, and we are very, very proud and thankful to our streets commissioner for that, because it shows that things are happening in our neighborhood. And one of the main things that makes us so supportive of Councilwoman Parker is the fact that the corridor is split between two councilmatic districts, half on the 8th, half on the 9th. But we talked to her, we said, look, nobody should come up to Broad-Nolly and treat it like it's a partial community, because we don't live in it that way. We don't see it that way. And she said, you got it. And so her 9th district plan includes the entire commercial corridor. It is bringing the districts together. It is bringing a sense of working together to make something happen that should not be political. It should be about just improving the quality of life for residents. So for that, we support her. We thank you so much, Councilwoman Parker.
I'm Bill Ryan with Einstein Healthcare Network, and on behalf of our CEO, Barry Friedman, and the 10,000 employees at Einstein, we thank the Councilwoman and the administration for this endeavor. Einstein, Philadelphia, sits in the heart of Broad-and-Olney. And like any heart, having good, clean arteries is the way to live. Wow. This an effort is a way to make sure that that happens and that a community can rebuild and continue on. So we're excited by this endeavor. We know that good health and good communities and good neighborhoods are important, because when you clean off the streets, when you clean off the sidewalks, people can get out and exercise. We tell them all the time, go out and exercise, but if you cannot do that safely, if you cannot do that in a place that's well lit, you cannot function. So we appreciate and support this effort. We're excited by this effort. I remember when the Councilwoman came to us and started talking to this early on, and it's exciting to see an effort that started as a concept not only come to reality, but now to be able to expand citywide. And she will always, always have our support when she wants to do these things, and she knows that anytime she needs, I think she asked for jackets, so we're working on that piece. She wants to make sure that, but we appreciate this effort. We're supportive of this effort. We thank the council and the administration for this opportunity, and if we continue to do this, we will provide opportunities not only for healthier communities and neighborhoods, but when you start hiring people from the neighborhood to work in the neighborhood, that's an infectious process that's positive. So thank you.
Listen, we want to, and I'm not sure if they're here, we have to thank WRT and RES team from Wallace, Roberts, and Todd, Garland Capita, Lauren Swab, Hunran Wang, Zoe Taft-Mueller, Nicholas Wilk, and I'm going to screw it up, Jianqui Lee, and then there's Beth Beckett from Real Estate Strategies, and James Hamilton. I know our commerce director had to leave, but I'm going to ask Karen Fagley if she'll come up and say a few words on behalf of the Commerce Department. And to close us out, we will hear from our Streets Commissioner, who you just heard from Sandra. He's shocked and rocked the whole community with getting the Ogans Avenue paving done. Karen.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to know, Commissioner, is she putting you on the spot the same way she's putting me on the spot? Unprepared? And okay, this is the leadership of our councilwoman who makes things happen. This is really exciting. The Commerce Department is very committed to supporting and revitalizing commercial corridors throughout the city, recognizing that every business in our city contributes. They contribute by providing goods and services, providing jobs, paying taxes, and we need them all, and we want to support businesses, you know, throughout all of our neighborhoods. And so we know that keeping our neighborhoods and our commercial corridors clean and safe is key to helping a healthy business corridor thrive. So we're really excited about this opportunity to expand and grow this program so significantly, and we're getting to work on it. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank Councilwoman Parker. We've been knowing each other for a number of years, and I know how passionate she is about the 9th Councilmember District. We communicate so often about how can we get more trash cans, and how can we get better street lighting, and how can we clean up our corridors and neighborhoods. And all of this is derived because she is passionate about the neighbors, and it starts with a caring community. We have our pastor from Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church here. We have Einstein Medical Center here as community partners. We have the Ogans Avenue Concerned Community Residents with Sandra, and we have you. And all of these things are very important. They make up a community. Government alone can't do it by themselves. But when you have such a commitment from so many partners, working together, we can accomplish so many things. And I think the Oak Lane Youth Association, where I'm from, plays a pivotal role in trying to help out young people in the neighborhoods, and we need to teach our young people the importance of keeping our communities and taking pride in our residences clean. And we do so. I know Enon does it through programs that they have with young people. I'm so happy to see you guys out here working together. We need to provide jobs, and we certainly need neighborhoods to be clean, so the marriage is perfect for us to continue to make our neighborhoods clean while helping with economic development and certainly giving jobs, as was stated earlier so eloquently. These things are so important, and together we can make a big difference, and I'm certainly looking forward to continuing our efforts and working together and doing our part to make the entire Philadelphia, but using this as a model and an example of what Philadelphia can be. So thank you so much, Councilwoman Parker. We really appreciate it.
John Grady is here from PIDC, and John, you know, I just told him I want you all to know, you just read the article in the newspaper that Grady's going to be transitioning to the private sector, and I said, I don't know where you're going. We need you for this program now, but you're going to make sure that we keep pushing through. Are there any questions from any members of the press who are here? Any questions? I'm sorry? We will sit down and be working with the Commerce Department along with members of council, PIDC, and the Streets Department to strategize about all of the corridors we have in the city of Philadelphia, those that are currently without any programs at all. Some already enjoy programs, so how do we not duplicate existing services? So we have to iron out those details, and so we will be forming a work group in order to get that done, and District Council 33 will be a significant part of that. And for those of you who've heard me echo that about 5 times, I want you to know that we are intentional about that, because our hope is that anyone who is benefiting from working in this program, after they've been in this program for some time, we want them to be able to eventually transition and hopefully become members of District Council 33 or other jobs in the private sector in the future that are full-time. But this is to enhance the pipeline. Oh, this definitely in 2020, so we'll be moving as quickly as possible. Again, we're really excited that we really don't have to recreate the wheel. Our Commerce Department is already doing this work. We already have a pilot established. Now it's sort of just scaling it citywide and working with council members along with the PACDCs and other neighborhood-based organizations to figure out how it works. In addition to that, I'm happy you asked that question. One of the reasons why Enon Tabernacle Baptist Churches and the Oxford Circle CDC's participation in this program was so significant is because we have some CDCs that are highly skilled and very technical, have the ability to do grant writing, already run in multiple programs like this and others. But then we have some CDCs that have not been given the opportunity to participate in programs like this, in public-private partnerships with government and the private sector. So we're also hoping that this helps to build the technical capacity of neighborhood-based organizations so that we can have more conduits to deliver services into the community. Thank you all so very, very much. Green shirts, don't you leave. We got to take another picture before you go, okay? Thank you all so much for attending. We appreciate you. Solomon, if they have an extra, make sure Pastor gets a copy that he can